Hi guys, Joey here with Joey Scale Models, and today we're going to be taking a look at an unboxing of the P-38 Lightning by Revell. This is a 1/48 scale model kit. It's a good little model. It's certainly not new. The molds have been around for quite a while. We'll take a look at the side of the box here. This particular one here, which is the night version with the radar dome underneath, this has been around forever by Monogram and now Revell. This particular one, the Pathfinder, it too has been around. The parts are in this kit for you to make this option, or you can just do a standard P-38 that you see here. Taking a look at the side of the box is pretty much the same. The other side is exactly the same. On this side you have all the details of the kit, you have the dimensions of the kit, and then of course the options. And then of course your disclaimer for the copyright, this being Lockheed Martin, since this is a Lockheed aircraft. But we'll go ahead and open up the box. And one thing I noticed right away, they have the decals and the instruction sheet right here on top. We'll take a look at those in a minute. Another thing I noticed is the boxes are rather big and flimsy. But what Revell's been doing lately is they've been putting these supports in here, these cardboard supports, to kind of keep it from crushing, and I like that. We'll go ahead and take a look at the parts. The parts come in pretty much one bag, so the entire model is in this one bag. And if you take a look at this, for those of us that have built this airplane in the past, you'll notice the molds are identical. This is a mold of a P-38 that's been out by Monogram since the 60s. It literally has not changed. So the only thing they did here was repackage this in a new box. Even the decals are pretty much the same. They just packaged it in a new box, gave you new instruction sheets, and stamped 2011 on the side. But this model, believe me, has been around since about 1965-ish, 67, I think is when it very first was released. Then it came out again in the 70s, then in the early 80s, and then it's been re-kit and rehashed at least 2 or 3 times throughout the 90s and now in the 2000s. So it's certainly not a new kit. Here are the canopies for your different options. You can make the single-seat fighter, the 2-seat night fighter, or the 2-crew Pathfinder. The parts are molded mainly in silver, except for these. These are black. Here you have the tires, some of the insides, and also the bombs. For some reason these were done in black. And then at the very bottom we have the decals. Now the wax paper to protect them has kind of come off, but here are the decals. Now this is really neat. I've built this airplane a couple times in the past, and I've always tried to do Richard Bong's aircraft. Now Richard Bong was a World War II fighter pilot who was our highest scoring ace of World War II. And on the side of his airplane he had a picture of his wife, Marge, or Margie as she was known. And in this particular case, the airplane model companies would always kind of like have a painting of his wife. But in real life it was an actual real photograph. This is the first time I've seen Monogram or Revell actually have a photograph for a decal. And if I put this up close to the camera, you'll notice that. Let's see if I get the camera to focus for us here. There we go. You can actually see that Marge there is actually a photograph. And that's really cool. I like that. So I'm most excited about putting this thing together simply for having a real photograph for a decal. So I thought that was pretty neat. So the decals are very nice. We'll go ahead and take a look at the instruction sheet now. The instruction sheet is very typical of Monogram and Revell. Again, you have your 3 languages, English, French, and Spanish. And you have a detailed history. And we'll go ahead and open it up. Again, it's in a booklet form, kind of like the F-15 Strike Eagle model, if you're familiar with that one by Revell. This instruction sheet's exactly the same way. You have your color guide here, you have your parts list here, which is nice. And then construction, again, like any airplane, starts with the cockpit, and then the forward fuselage, and so on and so forth. Very detailed, very nice. And then on the back side you have your decal placement. Here's the night version. This would be all glossy black. This is the night version of the P-38. And then here's the aluminum version. And you could either do the Pathfinder or Richard Bong's aircraft. And this is very nice. Very nice decals. I think the kit was around 20 bucks. Maybe $17. I don't remember offhand. It's pretty reasonable. Like anything, the cost of kits are going up every year, which is unfortunate. But all in all, this model kit's very nice. I liked it. It will make into a nice model. Again, it's 1/48 scale, and it's by Revell. Okay, guys, thanks for taking the time to watch. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.